Well, today I've got a little dilemma. I love coffee. I also am known to enjoy an odd pint of beer. And we're at a new business down here in Berwick. This is Nicholas Oliver, and he owns this Anomaly craft brewing business. And it has a cafe and a brewery as well, yeah?
Yes, it does.
Or a brewery and a cafe. I don't know which one. Well, I know which one's
Whichever
more
one you want to
important.
drink first.
So tell us a little bit about your business, Nick.
Yeah, so we've been here for just over a year now. So we currently are brewing in-house today. So if we want to stop over, we could check out what Steve's doing today over in the brew house.
Steve's the master brewer,
He is the head brewer, yes. Anomaly comes from I don't drink at all. So you don't want me brewing your beer.
Hello, Steve. I have to say, I'm very impressed with this very compact system here. Just explain about this spike system you have.
Just a pretty simple one-barrel system. Hot liquor tank on the left there, mash tun in the middle.
And the mash is about to come out, yeah?
The mash is just, it's ready to jump. And that's where you basically infuse your grain with hot water.
And you then transfer the product of that into this?
Yes, correct.
So that's the wort.
So now we're gonna boil the wort, yep.
Yeah. And I have to say, what's really interesting about your place is as you walk down the main street, you can see the brewery out on the shop windows. It's in display, yeah.
It's a nice showcase.
Yeah.
They're basically hooked up to a glycol system. It'll kind of maintain the temperature. Lagers you want cooler at like 50. So
you can be absolutely precise.
Yeah, we can be precise within like 1 to 2 degrees.
Wow.
If it gets up to like 51 degrees, it'll kick on and it'll. For ales like at a warmer temperature, you want to make sure that they're gonna ferment, right, and not get too cold.
So a one-barrel system. That's a kind of a nano brewery.
Yeah, nano. Yep. So it's the epitome of nano, I would say.
Well, thanks ever so much. We're going to go next door, talk to Nick, and try some of your brews.
Beautiful.
Put it there, mate. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Well, Nick, this is absolutely brilliant. I'm surrounded by coffee aromas, and then I've got the brewery smells coming in here. I could have died in heaven. You know, it's like amazing. So let's talk about the cafe thing first, because it was a family tradition, yeah?
Yes, it was. So my gram started this coffee shop 20 years ago. I was like 5 years old at that time. She started it with some other family members. She kind of kept it going. And then a few years ago, I kind of had the idea of, hey, what if we grew the coffee shop and added some beer to it? And so that was kind of how it started. And then, of course, Steve came along and said he wanted to brew here. And
there you are.
That's how it worked out.
Gotcha. Now, I understand you have this thing called a beer run in the spring. So what is a beer run?
Yeah, so we do a beer run. It's just a local event. We give out some free beer to our customers. They complete 1 mile walk, run it. My kids always do it with my wife. And at the end of it, you get a token, and you can come in, redeem it for a 12-ounce beer anytime on Saturdays. It's just to get them out, and it's a nice walk across the Berwick-Nespeck Bridge.
All right, fantastic. Now, you've made a selection, a sampler, for me to try some of your beers.
Yes, I have. So the first beer we have is Soul Fire. So it's a more winter beer. It's got some spice in it, some honey.
Oh, I'm getting a hoppy, sweety taste. I'll have to come back and try that one again, or whatever. So let's put him back. So the really fun thing I saw about looking on your website was that you have this amazing fire truck. That's part of your business, yeah?
Yes, it is. It took a long time to convince my wife it was a good idea, but I finally convinced her to buy a 1979 fire truck. My 4-year-old and I flew out to Nebraska, bought it in Nebraska. My dad and I converted it into a tap truck, and so we put beer inside of it, and right out of the side taps are, and serve beer or non-alcoholic beverages.
That's absolutely brilliant.
Kids love it, adults love it.
I'm looking what looks to me as the second beer.
Yes,
so a kind of lagery beer.
So, yep, that's our Helles. That is one that we almost always have. It's a light drinker. Most people who come in don't drink a lot of craft beer will like this one. Easier drinking.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah.
No, that one I like a lot. Now, right in front of me, we've had a couple of plates of some of the food you do here.
We smoke all our meat ourselves, so we have brisket, pork, and chicken.
Wow.
So we do all that. Then our pretzel is also a big seller, and we make
huge.
Yeah, I know. When people order it,
the size of that.
We make our beer cheese ourselves, so we use our own beer in it, and then the cheese sauce is a very thick recipe, but it's really good.
Wow.
Yeah. Over here we got the nachos. It gets one of our smoked meats options. We also make our own salsa. It's kind of a thicker, we call it salsetta because it's thicker cut tomatoes. Again, our own beer cheese. We do some pickled jalapenos on it, which aren't spicy. People always are like, no jalapenos, but they aren't spicy. They have a good taste to it. And then some olives as well.
Oh, an IPA, I see.
Yep, next is the IPA. Because we have a limited menu, our IPAs kind of changed. So sometimes we have a lighter IPA, but
Oh.
yeah.
No, that's a wonderful smell. Actually, that's fantastic. So, Steve, good one, mate. That's really excellent. Now, I'm going to take the fourth one. This one looks a dark.
Yes,
kind of
it's a Euclid Abbey. It's a Belgian-style double. So
double sounds like strong, does it?
a little bit on the stronger side.
I was about to say I didn't like it, but actually I do. Actually, it's not.
So we're right downtown in Berwick, 135 West Front Street. Not a ton of parking out front, but there's definitely a lot of parking even within half a block of
Yeah.
us. So never an issue with finding parking downtown. You can find us all on social media. We're on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. My wife does all that herself. So. But our website has all our hours.
Well, a big thank you to you, Nick, and the family, and Steve in the brew house. But I almost forgot. I was at the bar, and I forgot they have a tremendous range. For people who don't like beer, they have this wonderful range of 3 ciders that I have to say are particularly good. Very good. So tell us about the cidery.
Yeah, it's a local family friend. They actually started a winery a long time ago. Now they got into cider. They use Heller's cider. It's a lot of fun supporting a local family doing it as well.
Well, it's going to take a break now. Don't go away. When I come back, I've got some Ask Paul answers. Well, hopefully I've got some answers. You'll find out in just a minute.